A-I-A-I-O, in the travel bin we go. Got that AI on the low, taking flights to and fro, booking trips in a snap with a simple chatbot flow. A-I-A-I-O, revolutionizing how we roll. Gonna hop on a plane, feeling so.
Welcome to another episode of the Everything AI in Travel podcast, where we hear from the makers, shapers, and buyers of AI technology in the travel space. Here's your host, Tony Khan.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Everything AI and Travel podcast. And today we've got one of our special episodes in our educational series. So if you are a smaller company and you haven't got started with AI yet, this is your chance. Just follow along, 15 minutes, practical sessions, tool right in front of you. You're in the safe hands of Santiago Rodriguez, who has a PhD, he's an educator. He knows his stuff inside out. He's built tools that you can follow and easily learn from in just 15 minutes. If you're working in a company and they're not taking AI seriously, then your career is in jeopardy. This is a chance for you to get the skills that you need so that at least you are up to date, right? Now, I hope everyone really enjoys this series and gets something really special out of it. Now over to you, Santiago.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 6th episode of how to use our 9 AI tools to attract high-value visitors and boost your career. So today we are going to review another very special tool, which is the self-guided tours creator AI for practical support when your visitors are already at your destination. But also for practical purposes, just remember the way to access these AI tools is to go to this website here, santiagor.com/free AI tools. That is santiagor.com, just this name here under my image, santiagor.com free AI/free AI tools, right? And once you're there, you just click here, get the 9 free AI tools, and you will receive the link to access the tools for free in your email. And to remember very quick, we're going through this framework on how to attract international visitors or high value visitors, which is broken down in 4 phases: create your strategy and plan, collect market intelligence, create the content to actually get in touch with that audience, and perform the outreach to target that type of visitors you want to attract. And those 4 phases go through the use of these 9 tools here we have already reviewed in the previous episodes of this series: the AI tourism expert, the context-based market assessment, the statistical forecasting tool, and the travel blogger inspirational AI creator, going through 3 of the 4 phases already. And today we're going to review the self-guided tours creator. So let's go to it. So we have here the self-guided tours creator AI, and as always, here's a very useful description. This is an expert itinerary planner for real self-guided walking tours to iconic or lesser known zones of your destination. The AI focuses on space and time logic between stops to build real life journeys. Help your visitors walk the talk. And I also give you here an opportunity to check real examples of how a self-guided itinerary like this might look like. If you go to this address here, this is a place where people can create and publish self-guided tours and offer it to visitors who want to explore the destination by themselves, right? And as always, to start with this tool with a specific purpose, really easy, just click start with step 1. And what we will have as a result is this conversation created the self-guided tour. So after I say start with step 1, the AI starts guiding me. And as a first step, it tells me, okay, let's begin with the location. And it tells me what city, place, or destination would you like me to create your self-guided tour about. So it can be a city, a historic neighborhood, a natural area, or even a theme route within a city. For example, historic Rome, street art in Berlin, or whatever you want. And I gave here the AI, the location, the place where we want to create a self-guided tour for, and gave a little context. So Cuenca, Ecuador, because we've been using this case between southern Ecuador as the destination and Germany as the source market through the whole series of these videos, instructional videos, and we want to keep it in the same way, so you can see how you can take results from one tool to another. So I said the destination is Cuenca, Ecuador, and I need to make it especially interesting and relevant for German visitors who are between 25 and 50 years old, interested in a mix of culture and nature and experiential activities with locals. So the AI tells me, excellent choice. Cuenca, Ecuador is a gem, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, blah, 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 blah. It says, let's move to step two, outline. And for the outline, it tells me before I begin, would you like the tour to focus mainly on Cuenca's historic center and nearby areas like walking distance 2 4 hours, or would you like me to include a slightly wider route that includes a short taxi ride? So it gives me the two options, right? One, pure walking route, two, mixed tours. And I choose, simply I say, right, one, and AI starts. Perfect. We'll design a walking route entirely within Cuenca Historic Center. Okay, and it also gives you here another option. I mean, AI is very nice tool to use because it helps you guiding me the way these AIs are structured, helps you guiding you through the all key aspects you should decide to create your final product. And here it says, okay, please choose between one, a cultural and historic focus only on the working area, or a balanced mix between culture, nature, and local life. So which would you prefer your German visitors? And I said number two because I want this mix, this more balanced experience. Okay, excellent. So balanced mix is ideal for your German visitors. And then here it starts by outlining, first giving you like an outline of what would be the stops included in this self-guided tour. And it already gives you an idea of an initial destination, number two, number three. And for each one of those, it gives you first for this draft, for this layout, a short description of the place to visit to make sure it has the correct tone or the correct place, the address of that place, the walking distance from the previous place. In this case, this is a starting point, and the required time to visit. So with this, before AI starts working on the full content, you can already correct here and say, hey, I don't want number 5 or number 6, put this other place here. Remember, you are the expert here, so you can tell whether this information is correct or not. And even if you're not so expert in the field, you can ask AI or by checking in other sources whether these places are correct or are right, one, the distance one to the other, or whether you want to change one specific place or not, and whether that is viable. But let's say in this case, AI is proposing a total duration of approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes, including walking and visiting time. Yes, and just for this demonstration, let's say we agree with the proposed itinerary, which actually I do, because as I mentioned before, I know this place, I am from this city. So this self-guided tour is totally viable and actually really interesting and highlighting key points in the city center of Ecuador. So now let's move to step 4, which is content. And here the AI will start actually creating the content for each one of the stops. It gives you a warm introduction, first of all, and then it starts describing each one of the stops in this self-guided tour, writing the description in the way that the AI was trained for, which is a lively description, a description that really appeals to the senses, right? And in 8 short paragraphs. That's the way this AI is configured. But of course, you can always instruct AI to do it differently. You can say, I just want one long paragraph, or I just want 3 small paragraphs, and I want a more formal style, for example, or more science-based, the way you want, right? As I mentioned, these AIs are structured in a way that will guide you in how to do it the best recommended way by me. But of course, you can always ask AI to do it in a different way. And because this is a very detailed description for each place, AI will ask you each time it ends with the description of one stop to say, okay, would you like me to continue with the stop 2, or you want me to change something? In this case, I'm just asking to proceed, and I'm telling it, remember not to number each paragraph because it was including this number in each paragraph. So you can give instructions just like working with a human. Absolutely. From now on, I'll write smooth, fluent storytelling paragraphs without numbering. And then you have the description for stop number 2, stop number 3, stop number 4. In every stop, it's asking you, okay, you like this, you want to proceed? I say proceed. Stop number 5, stop number 6, stop number 7. Okay, and at the end, because it's structured, these self-guided tours are structured in 7 stops. You can add more stops or reduce number of stops, but in this case it's 7. And at the end it gives you a farewell and next adventures, and of course it closes the tour as if it was like a guide explaining the tour, right? And gives you a couple of recommendations of other places to visit a little bit farther from the city center. And now, would you like me to move to step number 5, crafting a short hooking title? I say, okay, proceed with the title. It gives me 3 options for the title. I choose one of them. I think option 1 is great. So it's confirmed the title of the self-guided tour will be Cuenca Essentials, Colonial Charm, River Calm, and Local Soul. I think it captures very well the intention of this self-guided tour. And now, do you want me to move to step 6, a description? And in the description, it says it will include a highlight of the 7 places, evoke atmosphere and emotion, making readers want to take the walk themselves, and will be written in style suitable for your tour platform, brochure, or app, engaging yet elegant for any media you want to publish this on. Okay, and I said just proceed, and here you have the title of the self-guided tour with the introduction, with the description. And would you like me to proceed to step 7, creating the quiz? This is optional because the platform where I used to publish this has these quizzes online, so it makes it more engaging for readers, which is also a suggestion for you. But in case you just want to provide something like a PDF to a visitor, you don't need to go through these quizzes. In this case, I'm saying skip this step. Okay, I'll skip it and go to step 8, which is actually helping you finding pictures, relevant pictures. Once again, Creative Commons licensed photos that are available out there on the internet for you to use without any problems, which are fully licensed by their authors, right? There are several places where you can find this type of pictures, and AI will help you find. So first of all, it shows you a couple of pictures to make sure we are talking about the right place. And once you agree with that, AI asks you whether you want AI to provide you the actual links to download these pictures, and it gives you here the pictures with the links that you can click here. Please always recommendation, of course, you can use these pictures, your own pictures, or other freely licensed pictures. Always check for the licensing of the pictures you use and whether the author or the platform requires to publish some kind of reference to those pictures or not, right? But this is a great solution for you to get the content and get the images as well for your self-guided tour. Okay, let's move to stop 2, and it starts looking for the pictures for each stop. So at the end, you'll have the content, but also pictures, and also pictures for each one of the stops. But I want to add something additional here to the AI. This is optional as well, but just to show you what you can do with this. And I say, now let's put all the self-guided tour in the right order from title to summary and the content of each stop, but translated to German using simple language and a friendly tone, keeping the spirit of the original text. And AI does it for you, right? You can see here the title translated, Kolonialer Charme, Fluss, Ruhe, un lokales Lebensgefühl. And you have all the translation here for the introduction, the welcoming, stop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. And the closing suggestion, right? And I said add at the top of each stop because I want to add this for the readers, the address, the estimated time to visit, the name of the next stop, and the estimated time to walk there. And there you have it. The same content, the same structure of the self-guided tour with all the instructions on how to get there, of course, address and what is the next place you will visit, the description of each place, and everything in place, everything in German. So I'll leave it there for today. I hope you enjoyed this tool as well and that you start using it. Remember, you can use it yourself, explore it yourself, or if you want support and training for you or your staff on how to use AI or a one-on-one coaching for you to use these tools 10x times better, you can check into my coaching program here or just reach out to me in that same link to find out more about training opportunities and options. And I hope to see you in the next chapter where we will be reviewing the AI that will help you create more like professional oriented content to help your staff and your stakeholders overcome key challenges of their profession in tourism development and how to attract high value visitors and boost their careers. Hope to see you there and thank you for your attention.
AIO in the travel game we go. Got that AI on the low, taking flights to and fro, booking trips in a snap with a simple chat bot flow. AIO, revolutionizing